So in last class we are studying about Boolean algebra, right? So in that Boolean algebra we studied some of the basic postulates and principle of duality, right? So after that we have a basic theorems in a Boolean algebra or Boolean expressions, okay? So in that we have around 18 theorems. So we will study one by one, okay? So before going to this, what is this theorems? Basic theorems means we have a method like proof by perfect induction method. So it is a one type of method. Okay. So in this method we are providing a values. Okay. So Boolean values, or we are providing the Boolean algebraic values to perform some operations. Okay. So for example, we are taking a Boolean theorem, one theorem. For that theorem, we are substituting the different values, possible values, and solve it. So that we call it as perfect induction. Okay. So it is a method. It is a method in which we can provide the Boolean theorem by substituting the values. Okay. So for that variables, we are providing some values and we are evaluate that expressions. So we will study one by one. So first theorem is properties of zero and 1. Okay. So we will study what are the properties of 0 and properties of 1. So we have 4 properties, 2 properties of zeros and 2 properties of 1. So if we add 0, add means we are using OR operator, right? Logical addition means OR. So if we are add the 0 with x, so if we are adding 0 with x, we will get the value of x as a result. Okay. So this is the first one. So if we are adding the x value with 0, so we will get whatever the x value we provided, that value will be the output. Okay. So suppose if I give 0 here, 0 plus 0, we will get 0. So that is the value of x, right? So if I gave, instead of 0, I gave 1. So 0 plus 1, we will get result as 1, right? So that's why if any variable is OR with, OR means AND operator, okay? Sorry, OR means addition. So any variable is added with 0, we will get the variable value, okay? So and if the 0 is multiplied, means we are performing AND gate, okay? So if we are performing AND gate with any variable, means x, we are taking as a x. So we will get the result as 0 only. So because the multiplication, or we can call it as AND gate, right? So this AND operation is performed with the 2 variables. If any one of the variable is 0, the result will be 0, right? So that's why we are getting 0. So if we provide x value is 0, we will get result 0. If we provide x value as 1, then also we will get the output as 0 only. So these two are 0 property. Next, the same thing, if I add 1 to this x, so 1 plus x, so I will get the result as 1. Why? Because in OR operator, if any one of the variable is 1, the output will be 1. So if I gave x value as 0, we will get the result as 1. If I gave x value is 1, then also we will get the result as 1. So same way, if I multiply the variable with 1, means we are performing the AND operation. Then we will get the value of x. So if I multiply 1 with 0, I will get 0. So means whatever the x value I provided, that will be the output. So if I multiplied with 1, then the output will be 1, which means we are getting the same value as whatever we provided the x value. So that will be the output. In the beginning I told the output or the result will be any one of the input. So here we are providing two inputs, right? So in these two inputs I am getting one as an output, right? So that is x. So whatever the x value I provided, that will be the output. Here the 1 will be the output, means this input will be the output of this expression, right? So how to represent this in a gates? So first one, so I am providing two variables with a sign plus, means this is OR operator. I have to use OR gate, right? So how to represent OR gate? Like this, right? So I am providing two inputs. So I have to mention two lines. So one is 0, another one is x, right? So this is the OR gate. So if I provide 0 and x, so what will be the result? The result will be x only. So if I provide 0, the output will be 0. If I provide 1, the output will be 1. Okay. So next, here we are performing AND operation, right? So that we need to write AND gate. Simple to remember, right? So AND means we have D. So just write D, we will get AND gate. So here also we are providing two inputs. One is 0, another one is x. So the output will be always 0 if I provide the x value is 0 or 1, whatever it may be, the output will be 0 only. Okay, so next. Next, here we are providing same two variables with the operation and OR, so that we have to write OR gate. So we are providing two inputs, one is x, another one is 1, right? So if I provide any value to the x, I will get the result as 1 only. Okay, so next, here we are providing, we are using AND gate. So we are providing two inputs. One is 1, another one is x. So whatever the value we provided for the x, that will be the output for this. So these are the gates to represent this equation. Okay. So in the previous class I wrote just I will represent this is x value, y value, and this is the result, right? So that when we are providing the equations or the expressions, so based on that expression we can write the logic gates. Okay. So whatever the variables we given in the expression, that will be the inputs and then outputs of that gate. Okay. So this is how we are representing. Let me prove these four equations or these four theorems. Okay. Let me see. So first we are using two variables. One is 0, another one is x, and the output will be x, right? So by performing OR operation for these two, we will get the x value only. So the 0 will be as it is the constant. So the x value I am providing initially 0. 0 plus 0, we will get 0 only. So if I provide, instead of 0, I will provide 1 as a x value. 0 plus 1, we will get 1. So the x value, the performance of OR operation with these two, we will get the result. So this result is same as the x. See? So if I provide 0, output will be 0. If I provide 1, the output will be 1. So hence it is proved. Okay. So next. See, here we are performing AND operation. Okay. So one is 0, another one is x. The result will be 0 only. Okay. So if I provide any value to this. So if I am performing AND operation with these two. So first I am providing the value x is 0. Okay. So that will be, what is 0 into 0? The output will be 0. So next 0 into 1, I am providing x value as a 1. So 0 into 1 is 0. So if you provide any of these two values to the x, the output will be 0 only. So this will be represented in using truth table. We are prove the equation using this truth table. So how to prove this by manually or algebraically means, first if x is equal to 0, okay. So if x is equal to 0, then what is the LHS? So you know LHS, RHS, right? So LHS, what is LHS? That is 0 plus x, right? 0 plus x. So I assume that x is equal to 0, right? So 0 plus, what is the value of x? That is 0. What is 0 plus 0? 0 only. So you will get that 0. So if suppose I will give x is equal to 1. Okay. So if x is equal to 1, 0 plus x, right? 0 plus 1 is 1. So you will get the result 1. Okay. So likewise we have to prove the theorem by by algebraic method and by using truth table also. Okay. So this is by algebraical method, this is by truth table. Okay. So now we will perform this operation. Okay. So if I provide x as a 0, so what is the LHS here? 0 and x, right? So 0 and 0. 0 into 0 is 0. So I will get the result 0. Next, if I provide x value as 1, so 0 into x, right? So 0 into x means 0 into 1. So what is 0 into 1 is 0. So I will get the result 0. Okay. So next we will perform 1. Okay. So properties of 1. So that is also same. So if x is equal to 0, what is the LHS? That is 1 plus x. Right. So 1 plus, what is x? That is 0. So what is 1 plus 0? Is 1. So next, if I give x value as 1, so what is the result? 1 plus x, 1 plus 1, that is 1. So for this, so 1 x, the output will be 1. So if I get 0 also, if I give 1, the output will be 1 only. Okay. So next, 1 and x. So if I give x value 0, so 1 into x, that is 1 into 0, 0 into anything is 0 only. Okay. So if I give x value as 1, 1 into x, so 1 into 1, that is 1. So whatever we provided the x value, that will be the output for that expression, right? 1 x and then the result will be x. So the result means it is a operations performed on 1 and x. Okay. So if I provide x value 0, the output will be 0. If I provide x value as 1, the output will be 1. So this is the truth table for these equations or theorems. This is the proving algebraically. Okay, so this is algebraical method. This is using truth table method. So I listen carefully. This is the first property. This is the first theorem, that is properties of zeros and ones. Okay, so we have two properties in 0 and two properties in 1. So what is zero property means? Performing the operation with 0 and any variable by using and or and operator. Okay, so if we are performing either or and operation with the 0, we will get this result. Okay, so this is the theorem: 0 plus x is equal to 0, 0 into x is equal to 0. So don't use plus and 0, use or and. Okay, 0 or x is equal to x, 0 and x is equal to 0. So this is a 0 property. And 1 or x is equal to 1, 1 and x is equal to x. So this is the property of 1. So how this will be proved means by in two ways. One is algebraical method, another one is using truth table. So by algebraical method we are performing like this, means we are substituting the possible values. I told at the beginning, so we are using induction method. So means possible cases we are using or possible values we are providing to that equation or theorem. Okay, so in Boolean algebra we are using only two values, either 0 or 1, right? So we have to provide that possible values to those theorems and we will get the result. Okay, so this is by algebraical method and this is by using truth table. Okay, so next second one is idempotence law. This is the second one. So that is idempotence law. So what this law states, that means, so when the variable, suppose we are taking generally x, right? So when this variable is combined with itself, so means if this x value is combined with x only, or this x value is combined with x only, we will get the result as x itself. Okay, so what is this idempotence law means? When the variable, so we are taking x in general, we can take any of the variable a like this. Okay, so when the variable is combined with itself, means the same variable is combined with itself by using and or, means or and operator or gates, we will get the same result. Okay, means same variable. So that is idempotence law. So idempotence law states that when the variable is combined with itself with the help of or, using the or and operator, which gives the result as same variable. So ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದೇ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. So this is a statement. So that is x is combined with the help of or operator with the same variable gives the result as same. So this is first one. So we have two operators, right? Or and. So we can combine the same variable with the and operator, we will get the same result. Okay, same variable. So how to represent this in a gates means, so here we are using which gate? OR gate, right? So we are providing two inputs here, right? Both are x only. So the output will be also the x. Okay. So how to represent this? We are using AND gate, right? Two inputs, that is same variable. The result will be also the same variable. So how to prove this? By algebraical method and then truth table. Okay. So take this as one, this one. So if I provide x is equal to 0. So then what will be this equation? So take LHS. Okay. So if I provide x value is 0, means 0 plus 0. What will be the output? 0 plus 0 is 0 only, right? So if I provide x value as 1, so the LHS becomes x plus x, right? So what is 1 plus 1? Output will be 1. So whatever you given the value for the variable, that will be the output for that theorem. Okay. So do you understand this? So this idempotence law states that combining the same variable by using different operators, means and or operator, so we will get the result as the same variable. Okay. So if we are taking x value as 0, substitute this 0 in the place of x. So wherever you find x, substitute instead of x, you have to substitute 0. So then simplify that expression or equation. So you will get the result. So this result will be same as whatever you given for the value x. Okay. So that is this. So for the next operation also. So if x is equal to 0, what is the LHS? X and x, right? So what is the value of x? So value of x is 0. 0 and 0 is, we will get 0 only. If I will give x value as 1, so LHS equals x and x, right? So what is the value of x? 1. 1 and 1. So what is 1 into 1? 1. So whatever you provide the value x, that will be the result for that expression. Means whatever you take, what is the value taken for that variable will be the result of that variable. Okay. So how to represent this in truth table means, see, so the first variable is also x, second variable is also x, then third variable means resultant will be the, what is the resultant? That is x plus x, right? Result will be x plus x. So that is equal to x or not. So if I give x value as 0, means x value is 0, the output will be 0. If I give x value as 1, the output will be 1. So for that, I will write the truth table for both in a one table. So you can split it, okay? That is x in and x. So if I provide x value is 0 and 0, so what will be the output? It is 0. 1 and 1, 1. Okay. So this is the truth table. Don't write in a single table. Just split that table. Okay. So shortage of space, I wrote in a single table. So if we are providing the x value, so whatever the x value, that will be the result of the theorem. Okay. So this is about idempotence law. This is second law. So next law is double inversion law, or we can call it as involution law. Okay, so next third one is involution law or double inversion law. So as that name says, double inverse law. So what is inverse? Means complement, right? So what this law states, that means the complement variable will be complemented again. Okay, we will get the same value or same variable as the previous one. That we call it as double inversion law. Suppose if I take double inversion means we have to inverse twice. Okay, so first I am taking the variable x. So if I inverse, so this is inverse law. What is this law states? That complemented variable is again complemented, means again it will be inverted, means double inversion. So this double inversion will get cancelled and we will get the result as same variable. So that is double inversion law or involution law. So involution law states that the complemented variable is complemented again, will get the same variable. Okay. So how to represent this in a gates means, so this inversion means not operator. We have to use not operator. Okay. So we are providing the input as x bar. So this x bar is, so as we know that not operator in general we take, so if I provide x, we will get x bar, right? So if I provide x bar means we will get x. So which means double inverted. So if I have to provide this x bar means, so I have to write one more, right? So if I am providing x here, I get x bar. This statement says that double inverse, right? So again I have to inverse this value, I will get the same value. So I will, if I provide x bar means after converting it has to be x double bar. So these two bars will be get cancelled and I will get the value x. Okay. So let me prove this theoretically, means algebraically. Okay. So if I provide x value as 0. Okay. So means, so if I provide x value as 0, then what will be the x bar value? X bar is 1, right? So I told basic postulates. In basic postulates we have complementary rule, right? So in that rule we studied 0 complement is equal to 1 and 1 complement is equal to 0, right? So now I have to provide the input as x bar, right? So x bar we have to complement it twice, right? So what is the value of x bar? 1. So we have to complement this value. So what is 1 bar? We will get 0. So what is the value of x here? And the result will be same, right? So that is this theorem. So if I provide x value as 1, so what is x bar? 1 bar is 0, right? X bar is 0. Bar means just we are complementing the value. So if I make this as a double bar, what is x bar? 0. What is 0 bar? 1. So what is the value we provided? That will be the. So this is involution law, double inverse law. So this can be written in a truth table. So if I provide x value, what will be the x double bar value? Okay, so the result. So we have to write both x and, so if what will be the x, what will be the x bar, and then what will be the x double bar. So if I provide x value as 0, what will be the x bar? 1, right? What will be the x double bar? It is 0. So if I provide x as a 1, what is the complement of 1? That is 0. What is the complement of 0? That is 1. like that we can write the truth table. So this is about third law, that is double inverse law. Okay. So this law states that the complemented variable will be complemented again. We will get the same value. Okay. So so see, the x is complemented once, right? So this complemented variable will complemented again. We will get the same variable. So that is the statement of this law. So how to prove this means, we can write that theorem in an equation x double bar is equal to 0. And this is the gate, we have to represent this theorem or equation. So this is the algebraical method. We can prove this theorem. This is the truth table. You can prove this method. So next we have another law, that is complementative law. Complementary law. So what this law states means, combine the variable with the complement. Means, so if we are taking a one variable, this variable will be combined with the complement of that variable. Okay, so we are taking variable x, so that will be combined with the complement of that variable, means x bar. So we can use OR operator or we can use AND operator. We will get the result as, if we perform OR, we will get result as a 1. If we perform AND operation, we get the result as 0. So this is the theorem statement. So how to prove this theorem? Or first, before that, we have to represent in a gate, right? So in this we are using OR operator. So this will be represented in OR. We are providing two variables, right? So first one is x. So if I want to provide x bar, means we have to complement that x. So we have to make that x complement. Okay. So this is the x complement, means we get x bar, and these are the two inputs we are getting, and then the output will be always 1. So I think you people understand how to write this gate. Okay. So see, here we are using OR operator. So I am writing OR symbol, and we have to provide two inputs. One is x, another one is x bar. Okay. So if I will write x as a directly, because x value we can provide. So if I want to provide x bar, means, so we have to, if I provide x, so this is the x bar, right? If we want to get the x bar value, we have to perform this operation. So that I am added here. Okay. So I am taking x as an input and then complement that x, so that I will at a time or simultaneously I am providing x value and x bar value. So it will perform OR operation and provide the result. Okay. So next we are using AND, right? So here also same thing, instead of OR operator we have to use AND operator, right? So I am providing x value and then I have to provide x bar, right? So this is x bar. So this slash or you can write like this, okay? So that represent it will be linked with that, means there is a circuit connection between this and this, okay? So this is how we are representing the gate, okay? So let me see how to prove this by algebraical method. So first, if I give x as a 0, then what will be the LHS? That is x plus x bar. So what is the x value? That is 0. What will be the x bar? Complement of 0 is 1. So what will be the result of this? 1. So if I provide 0 also, I will get 1. So if I provide 1, so x plus x bar, right? So 1 plus what is 1 bar? That is 0. So 1 plus 1 is 1. So if you provide x value as 0 or 1, you will get the result as 1 only. Okay. Next, we will go for this. So if I provide x is equal to 0 for the equation x and x bar. Okay. So if I provide x is 0, what will be the x bar? 1. So 0 into 1 is 0. Right. So if I provide x is equal to 1. So x into x bar. So 1 into what is 1 bar? That is 0. 1 into 0 is 0. So if I provide the x value either 0 or 1, you will get the result as a 0 only. So how to represent this in a truth table means, okay, so let me see. So that is x and x bar. So the result x plus x bar will get 1. Let me see whether we will get 1 or not. Okay. So what is the x value? So if I provide x value as 0, what will be the x bar? 1. So 1 I am writing for this means first expression. Okay. So 0 plus 1 is 1 only. So if I provide x as a 1, what will be the x bar? That is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. So if I provide x value 0 or 1, any one of this, I will get the result 1 only. So let me see for this. Okay. If x and x bar, the output will be x into x bar, right? So if I provide x value is 0, x bar will be 1. So 0 into 1 is 0 only. So if I provide x as a 1, what will be the x bar? X bar is 0. 1 into 0 is 0 only, right? So if I provide any of the values, either it may be x or, it may be 0 or 1. So we will get the result as 0 only. Okay. So this will be the truth table for this theorem. Okay. So in next class we will study some more theorems. Remaining, we have some more theorems in basic Boolean algebra. So that will be studied in next class.
Okay.